Here, one more thing. So these tables are really sticky. So if we're doing gross shoulder goning, we have to make sure that we let the scapula move. You see the difference?
Yeah.
I know.
So don't leave them like that. It's particular to these tables. They're super sticky, so the shirt just gets stuck.
That helps a lot.
Because if you saw before, like his scapula were anteriorly rotated, and then they couldn't move, so he was like this.
No, you have 174.
Oh my God. All right, so let's help him out. Alrighty, so
almost
quiet down.
by 1 degree.
So if we were gonna do maybe just a very gentle version of a grade 4, we could start him below 90 degrees of flexion, and we would give a posterolateral glide. Right, so why do we do posterolateral? Can someone bring over the scapula? I think there's one on the table over there. Thank you, Anthony. You can already see pec minor tightness, by the way. You see how he's like this?
I don't know if this will help you out.
Or stressed.
Can't really see the joint.
Okay, that's okay. Well, you should remember that when you put the scapula in the anatomic position, which is about 2 inches or 2 fingers between that and the other scapula, so way adducted, then the scapula, the glenoid face actually travels like there, right? Like kind of angling forward a little bit. Do you remember that? No? Never heard of it? So it's not a straight thing. Maybe one of those skeletons over here.
I heard half say yes, I heard half say no.
Yeah.
Yeah, but facing forward, it seems like if the scapula
Bolted in
was
place.
all the way adducted, that it would be not facing.
So if we orient the scapula for me so that it's directly straight, it comes that way.
Oh.
Do you see that?
Okay, yeah.
Okay. So if we were to just push straight back, what we would end up doing is going like this and grinding the humerus onto the glenoid. So when we do our joint mob, we actually want to go a little bit lateral so that instead of doing this, you're going there. So that's when we say we follow the line of the joint, right? So that's the joint line. So the best thing that I can give you, the best advice I can give you, is to place the scapula in the anatomic position. Because the more abducted his scapula are, the more lateral I have to get, and then it gets really weird to try to do a joint mob. So go ahead and squeeze this back here. There we go. Okay. So I'm just going to sit over here. Be really careful with your hand placement. Don't fight him. All right, don't get your palm into his bicep. That's cruel. Okay, so you want to distribute all of your force here onto your hand and then lean back, and I'm just going to sit my weight there. Okay, so this, I can do my grade 4, back and forth. So this is a very easy, gentle one. Okay, it's not really going to improve end range very much, but it's a good place to start. Once I get to end range, or really once I get past 90 degrees, I have to start adding an inferior component to what I'm doing, right? So there's a few ways to do it. One way would just be to find the head of the humerus again. You're okay. Okay, so now I switch to the hand that's closest to him. Okay, I'm still going lateral and posterior, but I'm giving a little bit of flavor of inferior. Okay, and right there.
Lateral, inferior, and posterior.
Mostly posterior, a little bit of flavor of inferior, and then some lateral too. Okay, And if they have a shoulder surgery and they have a surgical site, or if you're just wanting a different method of giving force, you could also do it this way. Okay, and that would free up a hand to really control the scapula. Okay, so now I'm kind of pushing there where my finger is. Okay, so the previous cohorts, or at least cohort 6 and 5, they end up liking this method more, just because it's less in the armpit. Okay. But you know, try them both out. So you're gonna take a measurement with your partner, same partner as you had before. It'll waste too much time to switch partners. Do one at basically the resting position, with your hand on the head of the humerus, and then try above 90 degrees of flexion to get that inferior flavor into it. Okay, so go for it. And obviously take a post measurement.